Hey guys, want to do a short video just to show some of the quick and easy mods that I've done to this 1100mm T-28. First thing I did was the wheels that come with it are a real hard foam. Not only does it give a lot of ground noise on my asphalt landing strip, but I noticed that they sort of glide over the road and don't give a lot of authority, especially on the nose wheel for turning and stuff. So I've replaced them with softer foam wheels that I just had in my bench stock. In the front, this is a Dave Brown Light Flight wheel. I want to say this is about 1 3/4 or maybe 2-inch wheel. This is very soft rubber, but also gives quite a bit of grip on the road when I'm taxiing, and helps to cushion on touchdown. In the rear, I did not have Dave Brown. I would prefer Dave Brown Light Flights, about 2 1/4 inch I think would be the right size, but I didn't have, I only had one. So these are Durafly wheels that came off the Corsair that I have, but they are a softer foam. I did have to drill out the hub to get those to fit, but they're softer, and they also give a real good authority on the ground for ground handling, and then a little bit of cushion on touchdown, much better than the originals. The hubs on those are a little thinner, so I've taken up the slack on all these wheels by putting some spacers in there. That's a nut right there, right next to the E-clip. Did that on all of those wheels. The next thing I did was to paint the radial right here. Take the screws out here and here. This is real flimsy plastic on the inside where they had cut some holes. I don't know why they did that, because there's no, other than the top up here, there's no air pass through into the fuselage. I'll talk about that in a second. But I took this cowl off, and on the back where they had put holes through it, they looked like they just popped holes in real thin plastic, and it was real ragged and not very attractive looking. So I cleaned that up and opened up these holes, and then I took a drill in from the outside of the foam. This was a solid piece other than up here where the ESC is. It was acting as an air dam in flight where the air wasn't able to pass through into the fuselage very well. So I drilled holes at the 3 and the 9 o'clock at an angle into the fuselage, making sure to miss the mounting point that's in the fuse where these screws go into on both sides. And that air passes through. It actually comes out underneath the plywood deck, which is the battery bay mounting point. But those two holes are about 1/4 inch. Each of those holes are about 1/4 inch in diameter. Will pass air through, and I've scooped out air underneath, some foam underneath there to allow air to channel back in on the sides of the plane into the fuselage. Kind of curious as when I run this if it's going to pop the canopy up from excess airflow. I might need to open up the exit at the back of the plane a little bit more, or put a second one in to handle the extra airflow, but we'll see. I balanced the prop, and I also painted the inside of the foam black, because it was white and it looked pretty toy-like and hokey, white poking through there. So when the cowl was off, I painted it white, or I painted it black where it was white before. I don't know if you can see this in the video. I put some Rust-Oleum Varathane. I bought that at Home Depot. It's called the 3x or triple coat, because it's basically really thick, much thicker than normal Rust-Oleum WPU. You just brush it on. Resist the urge to keep smoothing it out, because it will self-level. If you keep going over it and working it, it causes it to actually get brush strokes. If you just scoop it on, smooth it out real quick, and then leave it alone, it'll self-level and look really good. It's protecting the paintwork and the decals, and I like my this livery of the Trojan to be shiny. So I look forward to seeing how this is going to fly now. Oh, last thing I did was put some vinyl electrical tape, white color, over the servos and along the wire channels to cover those up, and that sealed it in also with the Varathane. So that's it. I'm going to say goodbye here and then get it out onto the runway and see how she goes. Thanks.